Hello, Cancer. Welcome back to the channel, or if it's your first time here, welcome. Let's see what's going on for Cancer. Okay, it looks like there may be an air sign that is not acting like their normal self. The King of Swords is usually someone, that's this card here, is usually someone who is very knowledgeable, very experienced, usually an expert in his field. And King of Swords usually has a commitment to the truth. I call this my King Solomon card because he's a mental card. It's air sign because it is connected with swords energy, which represents the air element or the mental realm. And he's usually very knowledgeable, very expert, very logical, thinks things through, uses his experience, and makes a decision that's fair based on his basis in the truth. When he is in the reverse position, this could be like an elder who is not seeing things from the same point of view as you. This could be with King of Swords looking at Two of Cups in the reverse position. It could be someone who disapproves of a relationship, and especially if this is an air sign. So if this is Libra or Gemini or Aquarius, any of those. If you know someone who fits the King of Swords archetype, who's one of those signs, an air sign, that could be him. Or it could just be someone who holds that King of Swords archetype. So someone who's usually fair, usually very mental-oriented sign. I don't mean that in like the British way of crazy mental, but in the way of like being very mind-focused. Like this could be like a lawyer card, or this could be someone who is an expert in science, or anything that has to do with critical thinking, philosophy. So I'm getting that a father-type figure or an elder is not seeing the relationship or not approving of the relationship and not allowing the relationship. There's a relationship happening here, or there is the potential for one, because this is Two of Cups, which is one of the best love affair cards that there is, Cancer. So this is an exchange of hearts. And this person, you know, it's basically like them giving their hearts to one another. Two of Cups it's wonderful for love affairs. It's wonderful for marriage. It's wonderful for any two people who are exchanging emotional energy. And you're a water sign anyway, Cancer. So this is a very comfortable place for you to be. You love to be in love. You love to exchange emotional energy. It's actually a very happy place for you. So that's available to you. If you're not already in a relationship, then this could happen for you. Or if you are in a relationship, then that could be at the focus for you at the beginning of November. Just be prepared that the King of Swords person may not approve, may not be seeing eye to eye, may not, he may be like sort of grumbling over here. I also see with Eight of Cups and Two of Swords here in reverse that there's something that you're ready to move on from, but you're having a hard time making that decision. It's interesting too, because the new moon is appearing in both of these cards. So the new moon, like I said, represents new passions and new desires, and it's in Scorpio. So it's saying to me that there's something that you've put a lot of your heart into. This is Eight of Cups, so a lot of your TLC, whether this is a relationship, whether it's a job, whether it's a lifestyle, whether it's a place or a home or whatever it is, something you've put a lot of your heart into, but you're weary from it and you're ready to move on to the next cycle. You're ready for the next chapter. The fact that this is happening around the new moon tells me that this is what's going on for you. This also is around the new moon, which means Two of Swords means not being able to make a decision, not being able to take any action. It's sort of like being checked out. It's like when you don't want to make a decision between either one of these, so you blindfold yourself and you become stagnant. It's really checking out, and it's really saying, I'm unable to move forward. This one wants to move forward. You may have an internal drive, internal readiness, internal desire, and I'll say desire or passion to move on because of that Scorpio new moon. But this one says, I'm not ready to take action. I'm afraid of taking action. I don't know what to do. I don't know which one to choose. I don't know how to do anything, so I'm just going to do nothing. So be aware of that, Cancer. It's something that it shows you're ready to move on, but you're not yet ready to take action. So there is like something brewing beneath the surface here of getting ready to move away from whatever is old, whatever is the old chapter, whatever you've been putting your heart into, and ready to move on from that. But I don't see that you're going to you may do it by the middle of November though, because this is Six of Swords. This is healing, and this is recovery, Cancer. So you can see that it's going from turbulent seas down here to calmer, smoother horizons. And usually it means through some sort of help. Because in this card, there's someone helping another person. Now, whether that's you helping someone else, or someone else helping you, or even you helping yourself, that's what's going on in this card. So I see action here. I see recovery. I see healing. Sometimes this card can represent travel. I mean, it can be very literal in the terms of going from stormy seas to calmer, smoother horizons, like different land, different place. But at least figuratively, whatever was holding you back here, whatever your heart is ready for a new chapter, it could even be a new chapter for the relationship. It could be moving on from this relationship with Eight of Cups here. But not wanting to rock the boat or not wanting to take action, here you are willing to rock the boat. Here you are willing to take action, and you are willing to like participate in healing. This could be like you taking someone to, counseling. It could be you taking someone to another place, like on a retreat to try to heal a relationship. Or it could just be you healing yourself or getting help from someone else to heal and recover. So that's what's going on there. Middle month, I get the sense that you're ready and willing to take action. And this, this Chariot card here too, when you take action, I see victory and triumph. Chariot is about making decisions, trusting your intuition. That's what you can see these new moons. You've got new moons all over the place, by the way, here, Cancer. You've got new moons on this card. He's got new moons. She's got a new moon here. There's like all this new moon energy. So use that new moon in Scorpio for new passions and new desires and pay attention to it. This shows victory and triumph when action is taken. This card is about following your intuition, making decisions from the mind that rely on both a balance between the subconscious mind and the conscious mind, from the right brain and from the left brain. So it's trusting your inner gut. It's trusting your mind logically to guide you, as well as your instinct, as well as your subconscious. When these two are balanced, he achieves the finish line. He achieves victory because he knows which way to go. He knows decisions to make at any point because he trusts logic and he trusts the irrational side of himself, the wild side of himself, as well as the domesticated side. So this is victory and triumph when you take action, Cancer. And there may be another water sign involved. This could be you, or this could be another water sign. So Cancer, this is Queen of Cups, which is usually a water sign, so it could be Cancer yourself, or it could be Pisces, or it could be Scorpio. This person's on your side. This person wants to help. This person may represent the triumph or the victory that, that it's sitting next to. Regardless, this person is someone who operates from the heart. This person is compassionate. This person is, can be psychic, is also very intuitive. So what I'm getting, especially in the middle of the month, is follow your intuition. It connects you with other intuitive people. If this isn't you yourself, following your intuition gets you to cross the finish line, to have triumph, to have victory, to be single-minded and purposeful and, achieve your goal is really what Chariot's about. There may be some separation from an earth sign, especially if they're a younger person. This is Page. This could be male or female, but it's more likely than not an earth sign, so Virgo, Capricorn, or Taurus. But they're looking in a different direction from what you're doing, Cancer. They're actually in line with like maybe what you don't want to make a decision about. So this could be a child of yours, it could be a partner, it could be like a boyfriend or a girlfriend, or it could be just someone like a younger friend, but they're really looking in a different direction. They're looking away. They're kind of like focused on their own needs. They're looking at that coin, and they're not really being that open right now. They're not being willing, they're not being optimistic, they're not being open and ready to take things on. That's the normal page of coins, but with them in the reverse position, they're kind of being stubborn. That's what I'm going to say. They're like digging their heels into the mud. But you're in a different place. You're into like a healing, journeying, traveling, recovering place, and it has a lot to do with victory and triumph, especially emotionally. And this person is very involved. I mean, there's King of Cups here, and there's Queen of Cups. So this is definitely one of these is you, Cancer, and they're a natural couple, and they're actually like both in the same line, and they're both in the upright position. So this is good emotional stuff. This is good for you, Cancer. This is like whether it's you with another water sign, or whether it's getting support from another water sign. It could be a parent, it could be a family member, it could be a friend. This is connecting on an emotional level with one or the other. And it may be that you have to move on from your current cycle. You have to take action to heal and recover enough to get to this alignment. You know, it could be that this person is with a air sign person right now. This is Libra, Aquarius, or Gemini, and they are not seeing eye to eye at all, these two. They're totally upside down from one another. There may be also a fire sign here involved. This is Sagittarius, Leo, or Aries. It could very well be that the queen who is with this King of Cups is actually off with a fire sign guy right now. Or it could just be someone who is a Knight of Wands archetype, which is courageous, daring. You know, they're like the life of the party. They're fun, they're engaging, they're risk takers. They're very bold, though, and they're very confident. They're confident to the point of almost being cocky. But they're kind of like off in their own world, is what I'm seeing. It's like the Queen of Swords is not engaging with, if you're male, she's not really seeing eye to eye with you right now, Cancer. They're off doing their own thing. So I would just, if I were you, Cancer, I would not engage right now with the Queen of Swords person. It's making you feel like you have to survive everything. It's making you feel like you need to get knocked down and get back up. This is my Cool Hand Luke card, which he keeps getting knocked down and gets back up. So he's like a survivor. But in the reverse position, it's almost the lower side of Nine of Wands, which is feeling paranoid, feeling defensive, feeling like if there's someone who's off with another person, say you're in a relationship and they're taking off with that person, of course you're going to feel like paranoid, defensive, jealous, looking over your shoulder, like wondering how many times do I need to get knocked down and get back up. That's kind of the experience that I'm getting for this King of Cups person, that they're with this Queen of Swords, they're having to always look over their shoulder, always be surviving something, being like the war-torn hero, the person who's battle-wounded. Whereas perhaps it might be easier with a heart-centered person, with someone who's more compassionate, less cutting. That's just possibilities for you, Cancer. It could be, I get the sense that there's a real reliance here and a sense of alliance. So allies here. Queen of Cups, King of Cups. Whoever that might be, that could be helpful for you. And you will do some recovery and healing. And I wouldn't worry. This could be friends of yours that are, you know, an air sign and a fire sign that might not be seeing things the way you are. You know, it might be leaving you feeling on the defensive. So 2 things that I'm going to say for you, Cancer, is trust your allies. Trust this Cups energy is really beautiful. 2 of Cups, Queen of Cups, King of Cups. That's all in the upright position. Take action. If there's something that you want to move on from and you're having a hard time making a decision or taking action about, take the action. It will help you recover. It will help you heal, and it will help you achieve victory, triumph. It will be good for you. And then if there is like a younger earth sign, an air sign in an authority position, or a strong air sign woman or a fire sign, they're all in reverse. Don't worry about them. Don't let it go. Really. Don't feel like you always have to be fighting this battle. You're in an upright position, whichever of these you are. So don't worry about that. Look for the heart people. They're really on your side right now. They're really going to be supportive and helpful. The mind people, maybe not so much right now. You know, they're usually connected with the truth, but not for you, Cancer. So ally yourself with heart-centered people, follow this beautiful cups energy that's happening, and take action, and you'll find a lot of recovery, healing, and triumph and victory. So that's my reading for you, Cancer. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, feel free to give it a thumbs up or share it with another Cancer who you think might enjoy the message. And if you're interested in checking out my new tarot course, I'll put a link, like I said, up on the top right corner. There will be a little video that talks about it, and I'll take you to the link for Daily Om. It just goes through the 22 major arcana cards if you've ever been interested in learning about the tarot.